You doing this? Oh, look at that. It started recording right away on that one.
Okay.
Hi, this is Laurie.
This is Peter.
And we're with Action Heroes LA. Do we need to call it Action Heroes? We need to announce that each time. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Because we
so.
don't even post videos of the actual like action hero party
we
stuff
don't.
anymore. It's just a video review channel. Should we call it something else? Retitle it? Anyway.
Yeah.
It's something. Our brand. We have to work on our branding. And so, hi, this is Laurie.
And this is Peter.
And we're here. I miss saying it with Action Heroes LA video review channel with our latest review of
Furiosa.
Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Right?
It's not Dune?
No, that's it. No, it's not,
Okay.
and it's not Star Wars either.
God damn.
Which you wanted me to watch Dune so we could review it and compare it to Star Wars, but I cannot stay awake during the Dune movies. I want to. They look beautiful. I know the stories. I'm very rich and compelling, and I know its history as an influence on Star Wars, but I cannot stay awake through those movies. So anyway, Furiosa
Mad Max is
the part of the Mad Max saga. So the last Mad Max movie was Mad Max. What was it? Damn it!
God, I can't remember now.
Not Beyond Thunderdome. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, but it was cool.
It was great. Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road, which I loved. And as a person who wasn't a particular follower of Mad Max movies, I saw them in the 80s, and that's about it. You know, I saw them once. I probably saw it once, and I was like, that was all right, and moved along. But I loved Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
And lots of people did. I thought it was amazing. It wasn't, and I didn't love, the stunt work, the action scenes were incredible, but I thought that the storyline was really engaging.
Yeah, I was going to say the storyline.
I really liked Tom Hardy was great in his role, replacing Mel Gibson as Mad Max, and we also had Charlize Theron playing Furiosa.
She was really good.
Yeah, just the whole world building, all that. She was great. Their contention, their relationship, their
Yes,
their push and pull against each other.
Yes,
and then finally kind of like coming together, but in a way that was not like they needed to help each other out. They kind of found respect for each other,
right?
Rather than it didn't turn into a love thing. They didn't turn into best friends. It was just like a mutual respect to get this, defeat a mutual enemy.
Yeah.
So
and that not them turning into lovers or having a relationship. That's something that's not usually seen in
it's refreshing. It was refreshing.
They kind of use that as a crutch,
right?
And
usually, yeah. Some movies would want to turn that into sometimes I'm watching a movie, it's like, can we not have a romantic relationship evolve out of this? Can we just, and not even a friendship. I appreciated that. So Furiosa, this is kind of like the spin-off movie taking that Charlize Theron character.
Yes.
And, who was very interesting in Fury Road, and giving her own movie. Only thing, we're not getting Charlize Theron returning, so usually you get something like that and you're like, a bit of a red light,
Okay.
I'm not sure about this.
Right,
They can't get the original actress back, but they get Anya Taylor-Joy, who is an actress I really like.
And she was very, very good.
Yeah. She was, let's get into it. What did you think of Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga?
Well, what I liked is that I wasn't distracted.
Okay.
By the actress. I just took in the story.
Okay.
And it was really a compelling story.
Okay.
And there was a lot of familiarity that I saw that was surrounding it.
Okay.
So it was something that I really
Ginger.
liked.
Okay, so I'm gonna differ with you because I didn't enjoy this movie as much as I was hoping to. It kind of that like the I as much as I love Anya Taylor-Joy, and she's pretty good in this. I just don't think she brought the. I mean, this is telling the backstory of the Furiosa character, and I just think it's not the actress's fault. I just thought the backstory that they created wasn't as rich and as interesting as just you wondering about, well, what happened to her and how did she get hurt? I don't know, being left to your imagination. I just didn't think it was interesting enough. And I don't think it was as interesting as a movie as Fury Road. I had a hard time kind of.
I don't know. I guess guy talk.
Okay.
I was really intrigued with the Gladiator motorcycle.
Okay. You like the vehicles.
Yeah.
They came up with. Well, there was a tough thing, and I knew this coming in. We watched this when it got home stream, when it was available for home streaming. I wanted to, it was one of those movies I was tempted to go to the theater, but, with just that little thing. Well, they're not bringing back the original people, so why did they say no to this, other than scheduling conflicts? I heard going in, it didn't have quite the same thrilling action scenes. Like there was more obvious use of CGI in this. They didn't have too many action set pieces that were as good as a previous movie.
They weren't as good.
Yeah, they had one that was close, but even it would have been kind of subpar to Fury Road. So I have a hard time because I couldn't help but comparing the two movies. And I just, as me, I'm kind of wondering, I'm not the typical Mad Max fan, if this movie had more of the feel of the original 3 films and how it told its story, and Fury Road is a little kind of different. And
well, on the bad side, some of the action was a little.
Oh, I'll have to get into
In a lot of ways, is to say, it was just action for action's sense. And it didn't really have a reason or a good.
It didn't have a good
conclusion.
reason to exist and have I wasn't as tensed up in my seat, worried about the characters, trying to achieve their goal. In this movie, I wasn't engaged. And let's talk about it because we've got to talk about Anya Taylor-Joy. Of course, is in this as Anya Taylor-Joy, which I say Anya. I don't know why I do that. I say aunt instead of aunt. I say aunt. I could. It's the French in us. I don't know. Anyway, that's one of the problems with this movie. Chris Hemsworth is in this as a character, and I had a problem with him.
Yes, so
his
did I.
Portrayal. He keeps doing funny Thor.
Yes.
Except he does it like he did a different accent, kind of this different comical accent.
And it seems like almost every scene he says, "Oh, let me do it like this now."
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth took me out of this movie, and I found him very distracting in his character. Just I wish he'd stopped doing funny Thor ever since that. The roles I've seen him in, he's been in more movies than this, and I wish he'd.
If he is going to do funny Thor, he should do him fat.
It just feels like he's been going to that wheelhouse a bit too, dipping into that wheelhouse a bit too much lately, and it took me out of this movie. I spent a lot of time with him. I kind of wanted to see what the bad guy from the first film, the kind of like the crazy Trump looking dude with the long hair. Well, I forget his name. I kind of wanted to see more of his backstory and how he set up his community, his leadership, how he ruled.
Yes. I wanted to see more of that because
Yeah.
it seemed like the way they made the movie, it was staged to show that, and it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and like I said, when we did see it, it's like it was almost like they decided they needed to get a gallon of gas,
Okay.
and let's use 20 gallons in order to get the one.
Mm-hmm. And there were probably, speaking to your point, I mean, speaking of getting gas, or gasoline and, going
Yes.
to the place to get that and trading for food. And I just didn't think those are interesting things, but not as, this considering it's been, this movie felt like the storyline felt like it needed to bake a little longer, needed to be developed a little longer, and it's been quite a while since Furiosa came out, so there's been quite a few years that they could have worked on it. So I'm sorry to say I just didn't enjoy this as much. It's not something I would want to go back to too much or need to go back to.
No, I don't need to see it a second time. But I did have fun with it.
You had the fun with it. There was some stuff that was fun, and maybe watching it a second time. I have to do this. If I keep comparing something like The Color Purple that came out last year, I couldn't help compare it to the original.
Yes.
Now that I've seen, now that I know that if I go back, I can probably watch it and not compare it and probably enjoy it more, I think. And it could be with the same thing with this. Maybe I'll enjoy the story more. That I know how it's different. I know how it's not going to be like the movie that I really loved before, and then I can really take it in for its own merits and give it those things the respect it deserves. But I don't know if I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe, I don't know. Well,
not with me.
Not. So, any other thoughts? That's all I can think of. I just didn't feel. There were some thematic things in the Fury Road that I felt kind of reflected our times and kind of the changes that are happening in the world as we speak in terms of the position and power of women. And how women and men need to work together. It's not to.
But I did like a lot of the prop stuff in it.
Okay. Prop watch. Let's do it. Let's hear what's your.
When they were with the hoses and some of the other stuff that was cut and ready for maybe not the one part, but maybe for 4 or 5 different places, and you just choose, okay, what it needs to be in. Okay, we have it for right here. This will work.
Okay, is that just the props, or is that like how it functioned within the context of the movie?
I think it's how it functioned in the context of the movie.
Okay, you like how? Oh, that's cool. They need that to plug in to get. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, so. It was a lot like Apollo 13.
Okay. Another movie I haven't seen in a long time.
Where they had to build an apparatus, air conditioning or heater or something like that, down in Mission Control. They actually built it and said, here's the stuff that you have there, here's what you do, here's what you build. Well, that movie had a lot of that in it, because the thing that I did like, not only the motorcycles had different things like that, but the truck as it's going down in the desert. Truck? Yes. Okay. They have people underneath the truck.
Oh, those were cool. I'll take that back. Those were kind of cool action scenes under the truck. Yeah.
So they things that were shot at or swung at, hit, and either broken off or something. Yeah. You had to be able to repair that while the truck was actually
Yeah,
movie.
I'll give it that action scene, but that I couldn't recall it was until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I wish this movie were just more memorable. So, the quality parts of it, stick out. So, any final thoughts on Furiosa or Furioso?
Well, I would normally say,
Aunt Furiosa.
it's
A Mad Max Saga.
It doesn't particularly.
Yeah, this one had a love story kind of in it.
Yeah, but
The guy that was Mad Max like, and it was kind of
yes, but
I wasn't feeling it. He kind of reminded me of Elvis.
I say
for some reason.
you almost have to watch this movie for the next one.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there will be a next one.
Okay. Well, that's Furiosa. It is available for streaming at home, on some media platform, or you can just rent it. And we out.
We out.
We out like we out of gasoline.
Yeah, like we're trying to get that gallon, but we're gonna use 20 to get it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what you're gonna do. Yes, use 20 gallons of gas to get 1 gallon.
To go get 1 gallon.
That type of stuff was just like usually. I don't follow plots I'm very forgiving of plots if you give me character or something interesting, compelling to watch. But if it's not there, and I'm like, why are they wasting so much gas?
Yeah.
To go get some gas.
Yeah. I get crazy logical like
All
that.
right.
I'm going, what?
We out
We out.
of gas.